100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Our scene opens in the middle of the night at the Stormwood Associates office. No one is in the main bullpen except for Bill, who is sitting behind stacks of books. Mara has gone to sleep and has closed the office door that she's still camping out in. She has a paycheck. She could afford an apartment. She's still living here. Bill is seated behind a desk with stacks and stacks of mystical tomes and various magical resources, as he has a couple of things to research right now. Rain is pouring down outside. The lights are mostly out. There's just a couple of desk lamps illuminating Bill's face. Bill, you've got two things to look into. The football, as we're calling it, as we don't know what it is, and the soulstone that you've recovered from the town of Phoebe that Kel used to be carrying. What are you looking into right now?
I am putting down some books in frustration with the football because it's continuing to be a pain in my butt, and I'm going to look back at the soulstone.
All right,
just because.
Do you have these things?
Yeah.
Do you have the objects out, or are they still in the safe?
I have the soulstone at the desk. The football is in the safe because I'm afraid of taking it out of the safe.
Okay. All right. So you're looking into the soulstone. Are you going to start researching the soulstone?
Yes.
Okay.
Research numbers.
All right. Roll me a d10.
10.
All right. Well, So I got good news and I got bad news for you.
Oh, boy.
The good news is you're finding a lot of detailed stuff on rituals and how a soul could be called from the ether and bound into one of these. You're finding rituals on how you can take your soul out of yourself and put it into it. Like, if you needed to do any of these things, you have the information on how it's done in front of you.
All right.
What you are not finding, of course, is how to find out what any of those things, like how to tell what's already happened to the stone.
I have never been so simultaneously frustrated and satisfied.
All right. So I'm going to roll something. All right, as you are doing this, as you have your almost eureka moment, you hear something. Actually, no, roll me a d10.
Okay. 8.
Okay, yeah, you definitely hear it. You hear something kind of like rattling in the drop ceiling above you.
What the heck? Okay.
As you look up, just roll me a d10.
Oh boy. 10 again.
All right. Well, okay. So the good thing is that you instinctively move back from your desk.
Okay.
At that moment, the ceiling collapses above your desk, and NK falls out of the ceiling with a thud. She kind of blinks a couple times, and as she does, a pile of cable does that thing, where, like, it starts dropping, but it's, like, spooling down as it drops. And she is now covered in a pile of cables on your desk.
What the sweet hell?
If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. That did not... Hi!
Hi!
Just doing a thing?
Yeah, in the ceiling, with wires. Lots of wires.
It's perfectly normal.
No, it's not!
Perfectly normal thing to be doing. Glances at her phone. 3 a.m. It's a normal thing to do at 3 a.m. Why are you still here?
Because I have an unhealthy obsession with mystical research, but at least I admit that I have a problem.
What are you looking into?
Stuff. Important stuff that we...
What stuff?
Fine. Slap soulstone on the table. This is a soulstone. We found it back in the town of Phoebe. Yes, the same place where my douchebag brother died.
I know. I was there for both of those events.
Yeah, I'm very tired right now, so I'm not exactly at my best.
Basically. So you find out anything about it? She starts kind of like getting up and dusting herself off.
I found out plenty about it. I know more about soulstones than the average person. I don't know the significance of this one, but I sure know a lot about them. Why were you in the ceiling above my desk?
I was doing I was not just above. It's transit from point A to point B. Things. Cable things. Normal things. Normal human things.
Normal things in a building that you don't technically work in.
I'm on the payroll now. I'm a contractor, but I'm on the payroll.
Does Raz know you're in the ceiling?
Raz knows I'm doing perfectly normal things.
This is not a normal thing to do. No one calls normal things normal things. That's why they're normal.
I asked permission if I could do normal things, and she said yes.
How is this normal?
She hops off your desk. It is... Look. Okay. It's just... It's important. Okay? It's a normal thing and nothing to worry about, okay?
No one has ever said that to me about things that I shouldn't worry about.
So soulstones.
Yeah, I still don't know the actual significance of this one.
Okay, and have you looked up... What's the deal with the football thing?
I don't know. The football is very frustrating to me, and I still don't have any good answers on that.
Do you need help?
Yes, but only if I can understand why precisely you were in the ceiling.
Totally normal things.
I need more details than normal things.
I am an expert at security. I am doing normal things.
We're talking to Raz when she gets in.
Okay. So, we have an office that is very vulnerable, right? All this stuff is glass. We're going up against a big, powerful wizard, in theory, at some point?
I mean, yeah, probably.
So, wouldn't it be great if there were maybe things on the office that prevented bad things from happening to people in the office?
You're still weird, but I am following you.
Like, you're still so that that talisman you have, Bill. This is trade.
Yeah.
Is Bill wearing it, or does he have it on him?
I keep it in my breast pocket.
In your breast
Out
pocket?
of character, yeah.
Yeah, and your shirt or your coat?
A shirt.
Okay. Oh, so it's just like sitting there in. NK walks over to you, grabs the talisman out of your pocket.
What the hell?
So what if... So you know what this does, right?
Yes! Why do you think I keep it on me all the time?
Right. She puts it back in your pocket. What if someone were to build something like that the size of the office?
Okay, I'm following. Not even necessarily opposed.
Right. But if people know that, they might not ever go after someone here, but if it's secret and hidden in the walls... right?
I'm following.
Yeah, that's the whole trail.
Gotcha. Alright, fine. So I really don't know what's going on with the football yet. Every time I try looking at it or reading about anything related to it, I just get frustrated.
Well, have you actually like physically examined it?
Are you nuts? Like, what if we take it out of where we're keeping it and it summons some horrible monstrosity that comes to take it back and eat our
She's
souls?
already walking into Raz's office.
Damn it!
You see her disappear down to where the floor safe is.
Oh my god.
A few moments later, NK is just hauling out the football in her arms. Because remember, this thing's like 2 feet long. And
right.
It's like a large gem thing. It's not like... We refer to it as the football because it's roughly football shaped, but it's like a faceted red stone.
Mm-hmm.
She drops it on your desk. I mean, look at this thing. This is a lot of mystical energy, right?
A disturbing amount.
But, like, what would you do with something this size? Like, you can't carry it. It's not mounted in something.
That I don't know. That's part of why it's driving me nuts.
She's, like, slightly rolling it, kind of examining the thing.
Please be more careful with the possibly priceless magical super weapon.
Let's make it roll. Okay, she rolled a 10. All right. She, like, effectively, like, just kind of knocks it in the middle after having rolled it on side, and so the following happens.
Oh, jeez.
It The top of the stone almost seems to like split upwards in half, where like a seam forms around the outside, about halfway up the stone, and then the two sides lift and fold open.
What the hell?
It is hollow.
What the hell?
Okay, so that's new, right? So that's that's
very
information
new.
we didn't have.
Yeah, understatement.
So that's got to be helpful, right? Like, research-wise, it's a thing that opens? You can put stuff in here?
Is there anything of interest inside it, or...
It is perfectly smooth on the inside. At least by appearance. Do you want to touch it?
Yeah.
You want to touch the inside? Roll me a d10.
Oh boy. 8.
It's soft.
Like, uncomfortably soft? Like weird soft?
The inside is almost cushion-like.
Okay, that's weird. How does this thing keep getting weirder?
Magic?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so it opens up. I don't want to put anything in here. Because that seems like a bad idea, right?
No, I agree with that.
But we know, but this is more physical properties, which should help researching it, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Still horrifying, but
how do we?
You're not wrong.
Should we try to close it?
I guess. How would we even go about? Okay, just a sec.
If you would roll a d10 for me.
Roll. 1.
You try to lift the part that opened up and put it back, and you kind of actually like hurt your finger.
Ah!
Let's see if NK figures it out here. NK rolled an 8. Okay. She's going to kind of just sort of taps the two sides that opened up. Literally just taps them. And it closes back into the football.
Huh.
So that's neat.
Yeah. That's a word for it.
That's a new thing.
That is definitely something we did not know about. Oh boy.
Okay. So that's a good first step.
I can agree with that.
Okay. So, okay. But you haven't found like anything in your books on this thing, right?
Not specifically yet.
I wonder, like, if we could find an expert on, like, magical artifacts, like, something is... Wait, give me a moment. She starts going into her phone.
Okay.
NK pulls up on her phone a bounty listing.
What?
She holds it up, and it's a photo of a kind of an elven man, and the name Mikhail Enris is on the bounty. And just let's see. So I ran across this yesterday. He's this,
okay.
They call him the Artificer. He was one of the top experts on magical items, and enchanted items.
Uh-huh.
Except he got arrested for illegal technomancy. Something about trying to... Yeah, he tried to do something without a license because he didn't have a license to practice magic. But he went on the run and jumped his bail before his hearing. The bounty's
Why do people think that's a good idea?
The bounty's not huge, so no one's been going after it.
Okay.
If we could find this guy, maybe he could, like... according to the research, like, according to what I have on him... Because, you know, I look for bounty. I miss doing bounties. I miss it so much. Miss it.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
And this guy is supposed to know. He's supposed to know stuff. And what he got in trouble for was building devices that interact with magical items.
It's the best lead that I've seen recently. Might as well.
Yeah. We should bring this to the team when it's not 3 a.m.
Oh my god, it really is that late.
And we are doing normal things. Normal things. Just looks at you.
Yeah.
Normal things.
Assuming I don't hear you do anything normal for the rest of the night, I'm going to ignore you, and I'm going to sleep under my desk.
Okay. She gets on top of your desk. She jumps up, grabs a pipe in the ceiling, crawls back up there, starts dragging the cables back up into the ceiling.
I can't tell if she's so cool or so weird.
It's all relative. Oh, it's not a thick... I can hear you when you talk. It's not a thick ceiling.
I'm gonna sleep now.
Okay. If you hear a weird humming noise, don't worry about it.
That oh my god.
It's normal. Absolutely normal things. All right. We transition to daylight. It is a Tuesday morning in the Stormwood Associates office. Oh, Raz, what are you doing?
She's... Well, she's gotten in a bit of a... She's gotten really into, like, doomsday prepping. So she is currently enjoying an MRE breakfast at her desk. Probably some muesli and some instant coffee and energy bars with maybe some energy gel.
All right. Babbitt, what are you doing right now?
We see Babbitt sending a breakup text and then immediately muting his phone and putting it away.
Cruel. Okay. The interns are milling about. Amy is yelling at the rest of the interns to actually file the paperwork in alphabetical order, but not the order that they feel like it. Mara is sitting out in reception. Mara's out in the building, out in reception, reading a novel. Probably involves vampires. Maybe mummies. There's romance. Anyways, NK is approaching Raz with Bill, are you gonna be with NK when she does this?
I'm like just barely waking up from underneath the desk.
All right, NK NK kind of squats and looks at you under the desk. Wakey, wakey.
Oh, hi.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
I am. All
She
right.
hands you a coffee.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, hey guys, you guys notice that there's kind of a hole in the ceiling over Bill's desk?
Oh boy.
Huh.
Alright. NK is effectively dragging Bill to Raz's office. And, yeah. Assuming that Bill lets her drag him.
Yep, I'm going along with it while sipping my coffee.
So, Raz, NK, and Bill are standing on the other side of your desk. So, okay. Couple of things. First off, big news. We opened the football.
What?
It was weird. What was it like inside?
It's very soft.
It's weird.
It's very weird.
It's a big hollow gem.
How did you...
I hit it. It opened up after I hit it.
Can confirm she did hit it.
Okay.
Like a magic egg.
Okay. Neat.
But also, Bill's at an impasse with research. He can't figure out what the heck the deal with the soulstone is.
Can confirm.
So I had
I know pretty much everything about soulstones now, so that's something.
So I had an idea.
Okay.
And so this is... She pulls out her phone. So this guy, Mikhail Enris, he's a big magic expert who got arrested for technomancy for building technology that interfaces with ancient artifacts without a license.
Pretty messed up.
But he went on the run. And so he I did a little research last night, and I got his bounty's not that high. Like, he's not high priority, but he's been on the run. And I got a ping on one of his credit cards when I was doing research last night in Morris, Halata. The town of Morris in the state of Halata.
Boss, I know it's not exactly the best way you'd want us to figure out how this thing opens, but we need some sort of expert if we're going to figure out what this thing even is.
And the we don't know what's in the soulstone.
And looking at what I found out, I'm not really big on just randomly opening it up just for kicks. Could be something really nice, could be some really bad juju in there.
Right. I don't suppose you could also tell me about that hole above your desk, could you? Sipping my instant coffee.
It's just a normal hole, right, Bill? Normal things.
As normal as a hole above my desk can be.
I mean, I don't know, Bill. You really should make sure you don't damage the office. We are leasing.
You can't just throw me under a bus.
It's right over your desk. I mean, were you like doing spells there, or?
Alright, this one wasn't on me.
NK just looks at Raz, shakes her head a little bit. Wizards.
Well, whatever you did, sure hope it helps. I'll call maintenance to fix it.
You gotta look out for these wizards.
That's true.
Oh my god.
That's true. Alright. So, are you sure that opening the football had no adverse effects on either of you?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Can I do detect spooky?
Oh, you want to do detect spooky?
Yeah.
Well, considering you're pretty much standing over the football right now,
Yeah,
because it's in the floor space, you're just getting like, wah, wah, but you feel normal for you.
Yeah, nothing weird as far as I can tell.
NK does that thing where like you pat yourself down, like you like check your shoulders, check your stomach, make sure your head is still there. Nope, just
Good.
still, I mean, would we know if we were taken over by, like, what would someone taken over by, like, a magical artifact be like? And, like, what kind of answer, like, you ever think about that? Like, what kind of answer would they actually give?
Yeah.
Would I know the answer to this one?
No.
Rats.
You've never had the sensation.
I might have read about it.
If no one's written it down.
Okay.
I mean, as far as you know. Okay, so Bill, actually, pure seriousness, roll me a d10.
6.
Most stories of possession and control by magical means that you've read about, the person feels like they're not in the driver's seat of their own body when it happens. So you can be pretty sure that you're not possessed by anything.
Okay.
It's, you would know if you weren't driving. You also, though, are realizing that if you weren't driving, you wouldn't be able to answer the question, and whatever was driving would be the thing answering the question.
Oh, geez. Wheels within wheels.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, we're us.
Cool. So what you're saying is that the only way we're going to find out anything about the football or the stone is by finding this dude.
Well, I mean, finding someone, and this guy's got an incentive to actually give us answers because, you know, he's on the run. And if we don't like his answer, we can just bring him in and get some money.
She's blunt, but she has a point.
Yeah, true that.
Worst case scenario, we break even financially. I mean, because once you think about travel costs and all that, yeah.
Alright, so where is this guy?
So I got to ping on his credit card in Morris Halata. Morris is a smallish town in the desert in the state of Halata. Just world building note from the GM, Halata is our stand-in for Nevada.
Alright, that's gonna be quite a road trip.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. It's the only way we're gonna get answers, so.
Thanks for
Thank you,
understanding,
Ray.
Raz.
Alright. Let's go get in a car for a long period of time.
You gotta prep first.
Well, yeah.
Raz is very happy that she got quite a nice shipment of MREs in, so she can bring them all along.
Alright. NK walks out into the bullpen. Hey, Babbitt.
Yeah, what's up?
We're going to Morris Halata. They got
Awesome.
they got really shitty casinos. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go lose a paycheck on slots.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and there's a thing we're looking for there.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
But slot machines.
Yeah!
Fine. This is fine. We'll be fine.
Alright. So you guys are going to take a road trip to the desert.
Yeah.
What are y'all bringing with you?
Oh my gosh. I need to make a list. Because how long, that'd definitely be a few days.
Well,
right?
the trip is going to be a few days. Let me actually figure out the length of the drive. No, can't do that. That's copyrighted music. I'm going to have to edit that out. Yeah, this is about 218. It's so it's the drive is it's not too terrible. It's about a 4-hour drive.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's on the western side of Halata. You have to remember Halata and Calisorda border each other.
Right.
And I've never been to Halata, so.
No one has.
So yeah, I think Raz is gonna bring her normal stuff. Bringing firearms across state lines.
I mean,
I think that's doable. I'm pretty sure it is.
I just say, don't get caught. I don't know. I don't know how much you guys would care about that. Like, worrying about it.
Well, when we're going up against, like, an evil dark wizard who's gonna take over the world and do terrible things to it.
Yeah.
This is kind of a moot point in our view.
Also, the biggest weapon you have is Bill. Bill's a gun all on his own. Although only 4 times a session right now.
That being said, I'm bringing a gun with me.
Okay.
I'm bringing a gun. I'm bringing both stun bullets and regular bullets, just in case. I'm bringing a knapsack with granola bars in it.
I've got a backpack with MREs with the tablet heaters.
NK kicks the file cabinet drawer that's on her desk open and just grabs out a go bag. It's already packed.
Babbitt will bring his standard stuff and then makes sure that the first aid kit underneath the back seat of the SUV is well stocked.
Babbitt has taken the medic archetype. All of our characters have re-archetyped for listeners at home. Raz has taken soldier. Babbitt has taken medic. Bill has taken true mystic out of the fantasy archetype expansion. And NK has taken wordsmith out of the fantasy expansion. Medic is in the 2nd edition rules, not in the 1st edition rules. So, it's not online. It's only in the print version / Kindle version.
So go buy it at a con.
Or on Amazon.com right now.
Oh, okay.
Preferably on Amazon, since cons are a little,
We're recording this during the pandemic, but that doesn't exist within the United States of Aramecia, so we're not worrying about it. Alright, so team's gonna pack up the SUV.
Yep.
And who is driving?
I think Babbitt will drive.
Okay.
Are we all going in one car?
I mean, there's 4 of you. You've got a big SUV.
Okay. I'm calling backseat.
Bill, unless you want to take your Lumina.
No. I'll
flames on it.
I know. I'm still not great with that.
Like, once we get to Halata, there's going to be, like, some open, straight desert roads. Like, if you ever really wanted to open that thing up, that's where you'd want to do it.
Yeah, that's not really what I ever wanted to do with that thing. But thank you.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I understand. I'm gonna say no for right now.
All right. So the team gets in the SUV. I'm assuming Raz took shotgun.
Yep.
So NK and Bill are in the back seat. And you guys head out on the road. You drive northeast, go through the mountains. Very exciting. And eventually, you arrive in the town of Morris. Okay, so the ping we got was at... His credit card got used at this place called Fred's Bar and Taco Shack.
Seems legit.
And it's on the outskirts of town.
Well, I guess that's our first good lead.
Let's go.
Who wants tacos?
I want tacos. I always want tacos.
My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your GM for this episode. Joining me, as always, were Nick Izumi as Bill, Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, and, of course, Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/Nerd and Tie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.